Students, myself Puspendra Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, SVM, Yoga and Health Science College, Muzaffarnagar. Dear students, today I discuss with you third head of income, profit and gain of business and profession. Profit and gain of business and profession is the third amongst the five head of income, section 28 to 44 DA of Income Tax Act 1961. Relate to this head of income according to section 28, the following income shall be chargeable of income tax under the head profit and gain of business or profession. 1. Profit and gain of business or profession. The profit and gain of business and profession which be carried on by the assessee at any time during the previous year is taxable under this head section 28 subsection first. First, profit and gain must relate to business or profession. It means that they should be revenue, profit or gain resulting from the business or profession which was carried on in India or outside India at any time during the previous year. Second, business or profession was carried or during the previous year at any time. It means that a single transaction of business or profession will amount as carrying on business or profession at any time during the previous year. Thus, profit or gain from a single transaction is also taxable under this head. Third, business or profession was carried on by the assessee. It means that the assessee is the owner of the business or profession, manager or agent through carry on the entire business profession are not chargeable to tax on the profit or gain of such business or profession. It is only the owner who is chargeable to tax on its profit. Actual carrying on of the business or profession does not matter. The only thing that matter is the right to carry on, and this vests in the owner only. Second, any compensation or other payment due or received. As per section 28 subsection 2nd, any compensation or other payment due to or received by any of the person mentioned below is chargeable to tax under this head. First, any person managing the whole and subsequently the whole of affairs of Indian company at or in the concession with the termination of his service or the modification of the term and condition relating thereto. Second, any person managing the whole and subsequently the whole of affair of any other company in India at or in connection with the termination of his office or modification of term in condition relating thereto. Third, any person holding a business agency in India at or in connection with the termination of the agency or the modification of the term and condition relating thereto. Fourth, any person for or in connection with the vesting in government or in any corporation owned or controlled by the government under any law for the time being in force of the management of any property or business. Fifth, any person at or in the connection with the termination or the modification of the term and condition of any contract relating to his business. Third, income of trade or professional association. As per section 28 subsection 3rd, income derived by a trade professional or similar association from specific service performed to its member is chargeable to tax under the head profit and gain from business or profession. In order to change the income under this section, two conditions be satisfied. First, income should be derived by a trade professional or similar association, and second, it should be from specific service performed by it to its member. Fourth, profit on sale of a license. As per section 28 subsection 3rd A, if any assessee earn any profit or on sale of a license granted to him under the Import Control Order 1955, he shall be liable to pay tax such profit under this head. Fifth, cash assistance against export. According to section 28 subsection 3rd B, if a person receive any cash assistance against exports made by him under any scheme of the Government of India, he shall be chargeable to tax under this head. 6. Refund of custom or excise duty. According to section 28 subsection 3rd C, if any person receive custom or excise duty is repaid or repayable as refund to any person against export under the custom and central excise duty drawback rules 1971, he shall be chargeable to income tax on such drawback amount under this head. 7th, profit on transfer of any duty entitlement passbook scheme. According to section 28 3rd D, any profit on the transfer of the duty entitlement passbook scheme is taxable under this head. 8. Profit on the transfer of duty free replacement certificate. According to section 28 3rd E, any profit of transfer of duty free replacement certificate is taxable under this head. 9. Value of any benefit or perquisite or According to section 28, for the value of any benefit or perquisite, whether convertible into money or not, arising from a business or a profession is chargeable to tax under the head profit and gain from business or profession. For example, an award either in cash or in kind received by an advocate from a person who is benefited on account of his professional service even though he was not his client is chargeable under this section. Similarly, the value of residential house, car and telephone of the firm used by a partner thereof shall be chargeable to tax under this head. But a payment received by a partner in realization of his share in net value of assets upon his retirement from a firm does not amount to profit. Increase in capital of a partner as a result of revaluation of assets of does not amount to benefit or perquisite for this section. Similarly, waiver of principal amount of loan cannot be charged to tax under this head, section 28 fourth. 10. Salary, bonus, interest, commission, etc. due to or received by a partner. According to section 28 fifth, any interest, salary, bonus, commission or any remuneration due to or received by a partner of a firm from such firm is taxable under the head profit and gain from business or profession, provided that such interest, salary, bonus, commission or remuneration has been allowed as deduction in computing the taxable profit and gain from such firm. 11. Receipt for non-competing in business or right. According to section 28 fifth, any sum received or receivable in cash or kind under an agreement shall be taxable under this head, provided such sum is received or receivable for a. Not carrying out any activity in relation to any business or profession, or b. not sharing any know-how, patent, copyright, trademark, license, franchisee or any other business or commercial right of similar nature of information or technique likely to assist in the manufacture or processing of goods or provision for service. But the aforesaid A shall not be allowed for the following cases. First, any sum received in cash or kind or account of transfer of the right to manufacture, produce or process any article or things which is chargeable under the head capital gain. Second, any sum received or receivable in cash or kind on account of transfer of a right that carry on any business or profession which is chargeable under the head capital gain. Third, Any sum received as compensation from the multilateral fund under the United Nations Environment Programme in accordance with the term of agreement entered into with the Government of India. Twelve. Any sum received under a key man insurance policy according to section 28 6. Any sum received under a key man insurance policy including the bonus thereon shall be taxable under the head business and profession. 13. Conversion of inventory into capital assets according to section 28 6a. The fair market value of stock as on the date of its conversion or treatment as capital assets shall be taxable under this head. 14. Any sum received on account of any capital assets which has got 100% deduction under section 25 AD. According to section 28 subsection 7, any sum whether received or receivable in cash or kind on account of any capital assets being demolished, destroyed, discarded or transferred, if the whole of expenditure on such capital assets has been allowed as a deduction under section 35 AD. Speculation business. Profit and gain derived from any speculation business are also chargeable to tax under the head profit and gain from business or profession, but as per explanation 2 to section 28, the speculation business shall be deemed to be distinct and separate from any other business as per section 43 subsection 5. Speculation is a transaction in which a contract for a purchase or sale of any commodity including stocks and share is periodically or ultimately settled otherwise than by actual delivery or transfer of the commodity or scripts. Thus, there are three basic indigent and speculative transactions. First, the transaction should be a contract for the purchase or sale of stock, shares or commodities. Second, this contract is periodically or ultimately settled. And third, the settlement would not be by actual delivery or transfer of the commodities or scripts. Generally, it is settled through exchanging the difference in price on the date of delivery. The real test whether a transaction is speculative or non-speculative is to see the mode of its settlement. If it is settled by actual delivery of commodity, it is non-speculative even if the parties had intention to settle its otherwise than by actual delivery. On the other hand, if a transaction was settled otherwise than by actual delivery, it is speculative even through the party intended by settled it by actual delivery. Thus, not the intention by the actual delivery determines the nature of transaction. 16. Profit on sale of business assets. Profit on sale of business assets according to section 41(2), where a business assets being any building, machinery, plant or furniture which is owned by the assessees and is depreciated under section 32 subsection 1 subsection 1st is sold, discarded, demolished or destroyed, and money payable in respect of such assets together amount of scrap value if any exceed the written down value so much of the excess and does not exceed the difference between actual cost and the written down value shall be chargeable as the income of the business of previous year in which the money payable become due. In short, if any business assets is sold, discarded or destroyed and selling price plus scrap value exceeds the written down value, then so much of the excess as is equal to the depreciation allowed shall be chargeable as business profit, and the remaining surplus, if any, is chargeable under the head capital gain. Thus, depreciation recovered is taxable as business income under this subsection. As per explanation of this section, it is made clear that is the money payable become due in previous year in which the business is not in existence. The provision of subsection shall apply as if the business is in existence in that previous year. (17) Profit on transfer of land, building or both, section 43 CA. This section relate with the transfer of an assets being land or building or both, and transfer of such land or building or both give business profit to the assessee. Thus, this section is applicable in the case of real estate assessee who transfer land or building or both their business stock or stock in trade. Section 50C is not applicable such case. As per section 43 CA, if the consideration received or accruing for the transfer of an assets being land or building or both is less than the stamp duty value, the value so adopted or assessee or assessable by any authority of a state government shall be deemed to be the full value of consideration for the purpose of computing income under the head profit and gain of business or profession. 18. Profit and gain taxable under this head. Following profit and gain called as deemed profit are chargeable to tax under this head. First, subsequent recovery against any deduction. Second, profit on business assets. Third, profit on sale of assets used for scientific research. Fourth, recovery of a debts allowed as bad debts. Fifth, withdrawal from special reserve. Sixth, amount received after discontinuation of business or profession. Seventh, withdrawal from tea development account. 8. Withdrawal from site restoration fund. 9. Misutilization of shipping reserve. 10. Sale of plant rights, copyrights. Thank you.